This negligence case in the High Court considered the steps which should be taken by a defendant to discharge a duty of care, particularly in relation to warning signs. The case focused on a bridge over the Wallamba River in New South Wales. For many years, young people had jumped from the bridge to the river below. There was a pedestrian footpath, and the design of the railings on the bridge made it very easy to climb and jump from. The river, however, contained a sandbar which changed its shape and depth with the tide. Jumping from the bridge was therefore dangerous, even though it seems that from the 1950s until 1998, nobody had actually been injured. The local council was sufficiently concerned about this that they placed no jumping signs on the bridge in an effort to convince people not to jump. Council officers also tried to persuade young people not to jump. Police did the same. The signs and the warnings were all ignored by the young people who had a cocky attitude towards the risks. In 1998, Dederer ignored the signs and jumped from the bridge. He struck his head on the bottom and suffered spinal damage, becoming partially paraplegic. The argument before the court was that because the council knew that the signs were being routinely ignored by those jumping from the bridge, the council should have done more to prevent them from jumping. For instance, by redesigning the handrails in order to prevent people from easily climbing onto the edge, or by adding signs which didn't just say no jumping, but which also indicated that the reason was the shallow water below, which was dangerous. The court was persuaded by these arguments. Justice Kirby agreed with the conclusions of Justice of Appeal Tobias in the New South Wales Court of Appeal, who had said, "With the knowledge that children continued to dive from the bridge in circumstances where the water below, depending on tidal influences, was of variable depth and at times quite shallow, it would be reasonably foreseeable that sooner or later a child would dive in a manner resulting in serious injuries." Dederer's award was reduced by 50% due to his contributory negligence. Jumping was, after all, a pretty dumb thing to do. However, this case made it clear that merely providing a warning may not be enough if the defendant knows that the warning is being ignored.